So today I'll be going to Michigan, and now we're on our way there on the road, and in a few seconds we're in Wisconsin now, and here in a second or two, right there, that's the Michigan sign. It says welcome to Pure Michigan. Now come join me on my little adventure in Michigan. And I'll be in the Upper Peninsula, by the way. This is Lake Superior, the world's largest lake by area. It's sometimes referred to as a freshwater sea, how big it is. Look at it. You guys can Google that. That's what I'm pretty sure it's referred to sometimes. Freshwater sea. Look how nice it is here. Water's really cold here because it's really up far north and you can't really go swimming here unless you're adapted to the cold water. But here it is. And here's a couple of pictures that I took of this place where I was at Lake Superior. And while I was at Lake Superior, while I'm at Lake Superior, I caught this little goby here. Some sort of goby, pretty sure. It's pretty colorful. It's a goby of some sort. There's little wings there, orange, red dots. I don't know if you can see that on camera. There he is. It's kind of pretty and brown. Caught him with a little net. Now I'm gonna put him back in his home of Lake Superior. There. Come on, jump. Come on, buddy. Oh, come on. There he goes. And in these pictures, you can see the colors a little bit better. Like in this picture here, I don't know if you guys can see the orange or red dots, but they're there. And this is called Lake of the Clouds here in Michigan. There's a little creek down there, bridge right there. But this is the lake here. It's called Lake of the Clouds because I'm pretty sure the clouds like mirror from the lake. And there's lots of clouds, of course. This is in the middle of the Porcupine Mountains here. There's also this little creek running out of it here. It goes all the way down there. There's probably lots of fish in there. And here's some pictures that I took of Lake of the Clouds. There's a beaver there's a beaver or an otter right there just swimming around. We're at Presque Isle Falls, it's called. Falls are up higher though. Yep, that's a beaver. So I'm also here where that beaver was. I found this little guy here. It's an emerald leopard frog, I think. Hear him, he's croaking. He doesn't really like being in my hand, so just set him back there. He's all green and shiny. Okay. There. Come on. There he goes. Back into the water. So, I'm a bit of a little situation here. Caught a snapping turtle on a little rooster tail. And, he's stuck on there pretty good. I'm gonna have to get him out here in a second and throw him back in the river. I accidentally caught a snapping turtle. So I got the hook out of his mouth. Now he can go back to the river. There he goes. So here at Presque Isle River, Presque Isle Falls, there's a few more ducks out there. They disappeared somewhere, but now there's only one. Huh. It's right there. Oh, there's the second one right there. Right in the middle there. There they both are. There might be more. Oh, that one just went underwater. That one there. So we're now at those falls, Presque Isle Falls. That name actually. But there they are. And there's a river running out of it. It goes all the way down there. That's where I caught the frog and some other snapping turtle and stuff. There's the falls. So you can pause the video and read that if you want. Here's some pictures of that name falls. And I guess there's a way to get above the falls and then get to different falls. This is the falls. We were down there somewhere looking at it, but this is the falls here, and we're gonna see another one here in a few minutes. Now we're at the Manito Falls. It's a little bit higher than the Presque Isle. Presque Isle's right there. No, whatever that name was, man something. But this is Manito here. It's a little bit smaller, but wider, I think. And it runs right into the other one. And I think there's some more, which we might not go to. And here you can get above the falls. And in 1 second I'll show you. There's some other falls up there. There they are. There's some more falls up there. I don't know if we can get to them though. But there. But these are the Manito Falls, and then up there's some more. And there's a pair of binoculars here. Then you can see it better now. There's the falls, the ones that we can't get to, but there's some binoculars here, then you can see them better. There they are. Use these binoculars here to see it closer. And here's some pictures of those falls in the river there. So me and my little brother went fishing a little bit, and I caught this red ear sunfish here. My little brother caught this little perch, which he'll throw back. Throw it back now. Come on. Oh, whoops. There he goes. Yep. He's right there. There he goes back into the lake. Now this is Bond Falls, Michigan, and we've been here before. Last year I made another video about Michigan, of course, but there they are. They're very big falls. I think they're some of the biggest falls in the area here. And there's a little river that runs down there with a bridge, and I'm sitting on a rock looking at the falls. And here's a couple pictures I took of the Bond Falls. There's the falls from a different angle, and there's a river running through here. I showed it a little bit, but here's the other side of the river. I'm standing on a bridge, and there's the falls. You can see the whole entire falls there, I think. Well, at least 95% of it. There's the river. And I, of course, took some pictures of the falls from this angle. So I went to the other side of the falls, and this is what it looks like. There's a little stream running out of there. And there's, I think, the whole falls. A little bit is covered. Then here I went almost to the top of the falls. Here I am at the top of the falls. The falls are right there, down there. Go right down there, and the river goes up there. We're gonna walk up there, see some more of the river. And here's the top of the falls. That's what it looks like. And there's the bridge we were at a few minutes ago. Here I walked a little higher from, we were just down there. And I'll keep on walking up the falls. This is just a little higher. And I walked up a little bit more, and this is the river here, and there's appears to be a man-made dam, I think, there, and we're right there. We're gonna walk up the stream a little bit more to the top over there. So I walked up a little bit more, and then there's like a little walkway there, sorta. Well, it's not, it's really just a little dam. There's a little lake here built by people, and there's the river. And I'm standing on one of the bricks. Here's the lake from a different place. Here's it again. And then there's a river up there, and we're gonna walk up there on that bridge. Then up on this bridge, there's a dragonfly. My dad called him Guardian of the Bridge, but there he is. And there's a little lake here with a little man-made waterfall again. I'm at the other side now of this walkway, and there's a male and a female mallard duck. The one on the left is a female, and the one on the right is a male. Then we walked back on the bridge, and there were two female mallards again, sitting there on a little island next to the water here. And then we're gonna walk back down there, down the river. Now I'm at the bottom of the falls again. Here they are. There's the bridge and everything. Then while we're down here, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's some trout swimming around there. You should be able to see them swim through the water. There's one right at the middle of the screen almost. There should be a couple there. So I'm at this lake here, and I caught this almost 15-inch smallmouth bass here in Michigan. Look at him. Caught him out of the lake. Look at him. And here's two pictures of it. And at that lake where I caught the bass, I decided to drop my underwater camera underwater. And right there was a bass that either bumped into it or might have bit it or something, or just looked at it. Then the camera turns around, and I think he swam behind it. There he goes, he swam away. And the rest of the video just looks like this, the camera just moving back and forth. There's nothing really to see, so I'll just play like 3 more seconds of it. But that's it. That's all there's to see. This is Agate Falls, and it's actually, like Bond Falls, one of the biggest waterfalls in the area, and it's covered up. They should clean up around it, or make a way to go down there. You can't go down at the bottom. So now I'm in a random creek, and there's this huge turtle here. Some sort of land aquatic turtle. I don't know if you guys can see him underwater. Ow. There are a bunch of flies here. Here he is. Sorry, yellow turtle. Just let him go back. He's kind of fast for a turtle. And this is Lake Superior again, but at a different place than last time. It's a lot wavier too today. Look how big the waves are, about 2 or 3 feet high. So I have an underwater camera, so at this place I decided I'll throw my underwater camera in the water. They're just dropped there. And it doesn't, there's nothing really to see. I mean, you can see the surface, a few of the rocks, but it's really wavy and murky. If I would have done it at the other place, you actually could have seen something, but here's Lake Superior underwater, in case you're wondering what it looks like. And here's a couple pictures of Lake Superior at this spot. So I was fishing in the river here in Michigan, and I caught this huge bluegill. Almost a pound, probably. It's the biggest, one of the biggest bluegill I've caught here. And here's a picture of it. I just caught this smallmouth here, 14 inches long. Nice one. This is called a rock bass. I don't usually catch many of these. This is my first one today. Well, I was fishing in this river too, I caught this northern pike. And this is the first northern pike I've ever caught. Look at them. These guys are very dangerous too because they have really sharp teeth. This one's 17 inches long and I'll have to throw him back. Here's a couple pictures. So I found this painted turtle, or this red-eared turtle, walking on a trail in the middle of the woods, and we're fishing at a creek. He probably came out of a creek, and he actually had a leech on him right there, and I took it off, and now I'm gonna put him back in the creek here in a second. Now I'm at the lake, at a different lake. I just caught my second ever pike. Look at him. He's 20 inches long. Nice. And here's two pictures so you guys can see it better. Just caught this huge rock bass here. It's probably one of the biggest ones I've ever caught, or the biggest one. Huh. Now this is my third ever pike, and this was in... Whoa! Okay, that's a small one. But I'll have to throw him back. And here's two pictures of him. So I've been wanting to catch a yellow perch in a while, and I caught a nice one. This is probably like 8, 9, 10 inches long. And I got 3 pictures of him, so you can get a better look of him. And you guys want to know a little secret? Behind the scenes, I actually catch a lot more fish. On the right hand side, all the way at the far end, there's the pike, the big pike that I caught. One of those perches is mine, one of them is my dad's. And we caught a ton of bluegill, and those are the only ones that we kept. We also caught a ton of small ones, like about maybe 30 small bluegill. So I actually catch a lot more fish than I show. My little brother just caught this little brook trout here. And they're really fragile, so we'll have to throw them back quickly. There he goes back into the river. I just caught a brook trout. Look at him. How pretty these fish are. This one's too small to keep, sadly, so I'll throw them back. Look how beautiful these fish are, but the sad thing is that they only get about a 20% chance survival rate after you catch them. I just caught another one right here. Look at these fish. Just caught another one. Throw him back here in a second. Here he is. Just caught another one. Just caught another one here. A small one. Whoa. Look at these fish. I just caught this keeper. Whoa. Oh, sorry. Well, we're keeping him anyways, but he's, I think, 11 or 12 inches long. You have to be 10 inches to keep him. There he is. And I got a couple of pictures so you guys can get a better look at him. I just caught another keeper brook trout here. It's a nice one. With 10 inches long. A little bit longer than that. Just went fishing at this lake. I went here about 2 days ago. Caught this 15-inch smallmouth bass here. Probably about 1.7 pounds. It's about this big, weighs about 1.6, 1.7 pounds, something like that. Here's a picture of the bass. And here he is compared to me. So that was it for Michigan, and now we're on our way back to Indiana, and we're driving through Wisconsin right here. Just look at the roads. Look at the trees. And here we drove by a lake in Wisconsin, some sort of lake. I don't know what its name was, I forgot. But here's the lake.